Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab Active5 Pro, and I'll be going over unboxing, quick look at the device, its specifications, features, and my general opinions about the device itself. Okay, so let's just get straight into this and get to the unboxing first. Oh god, not these Samsung pull tabs. Why, Samsung? You have one effing job. Screw these, I'm just gonna use a knife. Seems to work much better than Samsung design team does at creating these garbage ass pull tabs. Okay, popping it open. Great design. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be at the top of the lid, but anyway. Also, it's supposed to be the other way around usually. Okay, in here we get a case. Okay, interesting. Yep, we get a case. Wow, Samsung includes something in the box other than the device. Maybe this device was released a decade ago. Next we get the tablet with physical button here. Holy hell, wow. Maybe I am onto something. Maybe GSM Arena, which is where I'm getting information from, is incorrect about the release date. I mean, hell, 2025, are you sure with the button? Wow. Physical tactile buttons, that feels very weird. Moving on, we have a paperwork along with our cable for charging. Come on, let it go. Type-C to Type-C. And get the little standout feature right here if I can. For God's sakes, there we go. Holy hell, that has some weight to it. Oh, these are two batteries. Okay, that's why. Wait a freaking minute. Okay. For some reason I thought that it's already bowing, which is, you know, Samsung specialty. Okay, so here is the device. Now, are they like nicely hot swappable, or do I need to go through some arduous process of pulling the back cover off? Come on. Is that a screw? No, it's not. So why is it holding so strong? Come on. Let it go, like Elsa. Jesus. Come on, I don't want to break this. Sheesh. What the shit? Just let it go. A beer opener? I love how I was pulling on it. I didn't want it to come off, but then I laid it down and just literally falls off. See, it didn't damage anything. Oh, okay. So that's an interesting design. We have space in here for both of the battery cells. Now you don't need to use both, as this will allow you to have them hot swappable. Though, how are you gonna charge them outside of the device? Hell do I know. But they should work without it, right? Or without one. That's probably not the power button. This probably is, right? No? Come on, which one is it? Never mind, it might look like I need two batteries. Hello, device. Please boot up. Do something. There we go. So just out of curiosity, if I just do this, it still works. Okay, so I'm not sure why I didn't want to turn on before. Come on, plop in there. There we go. Okay, so this, what you see right here at the back, is going to be the main selling point of this overpriced device. I mean, holy hell, this comes at a near close to $1,000. I mean, it is off by 100, but like 900. Wait, is it dollars or euros? Oh no, sorry, it's euros. So it is basically $1,000. Great for a tablet that isn't even running flagship specifications, and all it does is gives you the ability to take out battery, which, just FYI, 2 decades ago every phone could have done that. But we decided to go into waterproofing and take that away, and now it's a feature that you need to pay $1,000 for. Awesome. Amazing. Now, there is not going to be many W's for Samsung here. Like, I mean, in general, Samsung hasn't been taking W's in recent times, which is for a good reason, because they don't produce good things anymore. They just produce things that are designed to milk you out of your money, break sometimes after the warranty ends, and then you're basically forced to buy a new one. Of course, they want you to buy Samsung too. At this point, I don't really recommend getting anything from Samsung, as the price is absolutely horrendous for their devices, unless you can get devices at a much lower price. So, as an example, the only reason why I'm rocking a Samsung phone right here is because I get to pay for this about $700 for half a terabyte of it at the release date. Otherwise, I wouldn't be spending $1,000 on it. I'm certain of that one. And I would not recommend anyone do that either. Actually, sorry, $1,000 would have been the normal price. I think it would have been more for the half a terabyte that I have. But in any case, so here we have a... Can you like snap into place? It's supposed to be rugged, so I don't feel much of a problem doing that. Oh, there we go. Now it's all fully closed. Now, if I flip it over, you can see this device looking like it's straight out of 2008. Yeah, 2008. That's how this looks like. It's the visual look of it at the front with the actual physical buttons, the gigantic bezels. Like, these are absolutely insane. Just to give you a comparison, because this device was released this year. Now, for phone this year, let me just bring up my device, go into like settings so we can see a lot of white. This is the Samsung, same company, phone released the same year. Look at these bezels, which are a little bit thicker than they are in reality, because I have a matte finish tempered glass, which has this garbage kind of ring and bezel all around, which is thicker than the display itself. So the display actually is being covered by the black border of the screen protector. And even with that, these bezels are, in comparison, they don't exist. Like, this is what you used to have in 2008. This is how a phone looks like in 2025. Now, the selling feature of this is that it's a rugged tablet. One that can be also used outdoors. Its primary feature is to be kind of used outside. Now, that would have been great if, well, not for the fact that the device number one looks dated as hell. It looks like they just had a stock of old tablets and they decided, hey, you know what? Let's just repurpose them and make them into plastic body, call them rugged for no reason, include a case, and charge people $1,000. Let's go. What could possibly go wrong? So this Hanko shit is just an insult to any person that needs to make their own money. It does have some of the benefits. It is running at 120 Hz refresh rate on a 10.1 inch display, but it's a TFT LCD display right here. It ain't winning anything other than L's. All right, and Samsung forcing me to set up my device the way Samsung wants their device to be set up, not how I want it. Awesome. Okay, other than that, the display gets up to 600 nits, so pretty pitiful for a device that's supposed to be used outdoors. It's not the brightest display. Any budget device basically gets double almost brightness of that, as long as they're using something like AMOLED display or OLED one. So here it's not the best. The display has a staggering 71.5% screen to body ratio. I'm not even sure if that is correct. I think it's higher than that. 224 pixels per inch with a resolution of 1920 by 1200, covered with the corner Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. What are we, like at Victus 7i now? Okay. Moving on into the internals, these two battery cells combined basically give us a 10,100 milliampere battery, proving that Samsung actually can have more than 10,000 milliamps battery, surprisingly, on a device that is not a 16-inch tablet or 14. Anyway, so battery-wise here, it's pretty good, though charging one, I wouldn't really be expecting anything significant. It's Samsung. At best, they will probably give you a 25 watts, max 40. I would be leading towards 25. It's only $1,000 that you paid for this. Let's not go crazy here. Other than that, the device has from 6 to 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigs of storage to 256. Now, this basically gives us the two different options that you have. The 128 with 6 gigs of RAM, 256 with 8. But luckily, we do have expandable storage if you need more, because 128 is on the lower end, I would say, at this point. And this device also has SIM card support, or eSIM at least, definitely, as it is designed to be used outdoors as a rugged device with not very rugged components, just mind it. And anything else to mention here apart from the $1,000 price tag? No? Okay. Oh, right, I didn't mention one last thing. The processor powering it. I kind of wanted to leave that for the last. Not sure why, but it's running a Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Now, at this price, you should be getting Snapdragon 8 Elite, not a mid-range processor. You should be getting the flagship. I mean, for fuck's sakes, this device costs nearly $1,000. There is no reason why you're getting budget components, which most of this is just budget, to be completely honest. I don't want to glaze this device in any way, because what it offers is absolute dog shit. I have nothing positive to say. And anyone who's going to be glazing this device and saying that I'm wrong, okay, cool. That's your opinion. Mine is different. So mine is based on the fact that this device isn't worth the money that Samsung wants to charge you. Anything that is provided here can be gotten for much lower price tag, and all you really need to do to make any device rugged is just grab a case, slap it on, and voila, you have a rugged device. I mean, for sakes, even Samsung has the same logic. I mean, they give you a rubber silicone case for your device to make it rugged, meaning that it's not rugged out of the box. I mean, how rugged can it be? It's literally made out of plastic. It's as rugged as the carpet that you're going to be dropping it on, because I can guarantee you that if you drop it on anything like concrete, pavement, or anything like that, the screen is cracking. Because there is substantial weight behind this device with the two cells that it has inside, and it's made out of plastic. Plastic ain't the hardest, most durable material, so the moment it hits the ground, it's going to hit it with some force because of the battery weight. And that's going to transfer over to the display, which is right to the bezels, and it's going to just crack it and shatter it. So that's why you have the case included. But hey, guess what? Any tablet can get a case like this. So you're paying for a rugged tablet that ruggedness is in this case, which you can get for any other device. Just might not look like this and might not have a Samsung logo, but Sure shit will look better. Sure shit will have better specifications. And let me put that into perspective. If we go and look at something like, at this price, why limit ourselves? You want basically popular brand, you can have a popular brand. So we can take a look at the, maybe not this. All right, I picked the big one. So this will run you, oh, look at that, a little bit more, but I am literally picking a device that was released just a couple days ago, and it is literally the best thing you can possibly get in terms of hardware. So it's going to be the Apple iPad Pro 11, released October 16th. That device gives you tandem OLED, 120 Hz refresh rate instead of the TFT garbage that you have right here, with a peak brightness that is more than double of this device, with a much higher screen-to-body ratio, harder display, faster charging, more RAM, more storage. Actually, no, I take that back. More storage is at much higher prices. So let's just say not more storage. With a stupidly way too fast of a processor for that device, being the M5, with better camera and higher screen resolution, bigger screen, while also having smaller body and lighter build. So that will run you about, at the release, 1,100 euros. So it's not necessarily the same price, but holy hell, is it close enough. And the difference between these two devices is night and day. One is designed to basically fight God. The other one could fight some fentanyl junkie behind a dumpster, basically, with how much it can actually do. I mean, hell, I guess you could kind of use it as a weapon. It has like some actual weight behind it. Now, the M5 iPad is going to completely dumpster this in literally everything. I mean, to be fair, iPad will dumpster this device literally in everything that this device tries to do. Just slap a rugged case and off you go. You have a now rugged iPad. Same logic here. Slap a case and you have a rugged Samsung. So if we're doing the same kind of logic, it's fair to do the same thing to iPad, right? And if you don't want to spend this much money, hey, you can go for the previous version of the iPad Pro from 2024. It's still going to outperform this one. Again, literally every kind of aspect what this offers. The only difference that I want to point out, because there is one specific feature of this device, is that this can run without batteries. Now, what I mean by that is, let me just grab this cable. Actually, first let me take off the cover, because that's going to be a doozy one for my fingernails, of course. Can you let it come off? There we go. So I'm gonna now plug it in. If I can find a USB-C port, there we go. It's right here. So with that being plugged in, one battery out, two batteries out, and it's dead. Okay, well, that's not really what's supposed to happen. Maybe I don't have the supported charger. Oh, right. I guess I need to add more cost to have a charger that doesn't turn off the device. So what it's supposed to do, and it didn't, because, you know, Samsung has a different Type-C charging standards, is it's supposed to stay on. It's supposed to be powered by just the charger and the cable, without the need for the batteries being in there. Obviously, having batteries that are permanently being charged is not good, and Samsung is definitely not good with that either, considering their batteries just can't seem to not be expanding and exploding. So with that in mind, this is supposed to work with it just being plugged in with the cable without the batteries inside. That's kind of its selling factor, as well as having hot-swappable batteries. Now, the hot-swappable batteries mean absolutely fuck all, because cool, you can take out a battery. What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna plug it in to charge to USB-C? Because I sure shit can see one here. So it needs to be plugged in to be charged, which would mean that the way this is designed is to have like 5,000 milliamps, considering each cell, right? And you can have one charged and the other one, I don't know, in your pocket. And then if this dies, you can just kind of swap them out. But why not just keep both of them in? Then you prolong the battery life by double the battery size. Like, why make it hot swappable? What's the purpose here? So, in general, this feature of being charged, it's okay. I'm not sure, but I recall devices working without the batteries before, when batteries were removable. Nowadays, I can't really check because, you know, it's not like you can just plug this device in, rip off the back and take out the battery easily. So I can't tell you that, but I can tell you that when batteries were removable, that was what was happening. You could just keep it plugged in, take out the battery. So I can't really say that it's a feature. It was at least not like a unique one for this device. It was just something that phones did. And then, you know, they became sealed and you couldn't take out the battery. So this didn't really matter because it's not like you can do that. Here you have a removable battery, so it would just make sense that it's something that comes back in because that's what devices do. You literally provide more power than the battery can provide itself. So it would make sense that the device can use just the delivery from here to power it on. But apparently, me using my 60-watt charger is not fast enough for this piece of shit right here to turn on because I had the audacity to not use their charger. So, in any case, I just genuinely recommend picking up other devices than this. The gimmick of swappable batteries is not worth it. To pay basically double the price of what this is actually worth, I would say. You can get tablet, like specification-wise, like this one for less than half of the price. And let me just bring up something like, I don't know, maybe OnePlus Pad. Let's see, OnePlus Pad 3. What are we looking here at? Oh, 8 Elite for 600 euros. Would you look at that? It's a little bit over the price, but hey, we got a 13-inch display with a high resolution, basically the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which I mentioned, at half the price of this almost, so that's great. We have more storage, more RAM, better cameras, a bigger battery, faster charging, and hey, guess what? You get to buy 600 euro device, and then you can spend as much money as you want on a case to make it as rugged as you want. For $300 or euros, shit, you can go to a metal manufacturer and have CNC cut aluminum block for your device to protect it if you wanted to, and still have spare money to buy another battery once the first one gets damaged. Much better money spent than buying this device. So, in any case, that basically sums it up. It's a overpriced Samsung piece of shit, like most Samsung devices, that offers literally nothing that is new, claiming that it's new, saying that it's rugged when it's not. And yeah, I just genuinely don't recommend this. It's if you need to make your money, it's an insult to you in general. So, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.